If it wasn't for my alter ego, you would not be watching this video, and I will not be sitting here and recording this video. Creating an alter ego changed my entire life. My alter ego turned my life upside down. When I couldn't see a way out of my misery, I quit the job I hate at the age of 28 and I moved out of the country I was living. I started my own business. I cut off all the people from my life who did not root for my growth. My whole personality changed. I was the most negative person I knew in my life. And everything changed because of my alter ego. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 20, you can be 30, you can be 40, you can be even 50, 60. It doesn't matter. If you are willing to, you can change your life. And the best way to change your life is creating an alter ego. So what is this alter ego and how can it help you change your life? Let's make it simple. Alter ego is a second version of you. A second version of you who has the audacity, who has the confidence, who has the discipline, who has the right mindset, who has the boundaries, who doesn't have past baggage, past trauma. It is basically the version you wish you naturally had. Imagine there are two of you. One is brand new and other one is you. You have all the past baggage. You have all the childhood trauma, all the failures you've been through life, all the shame, all the insecurities, and you have doubts about yourself, you have the fear, you are afraid to be seen. That is all you right now. But the other version of you, she's brand new. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't have past baggage. And she can be everything that you want her to be without all that baggage and trauma. Sounds crazy? But actually no. A lot of people have alter egos. And the most famous one is Beyonce's Sasha Fierce. Oh, that name is so cool. It is the version of her that she brings out when she's performing and all. And many more creators, influencers, athletes use alter egos so they can perform better. And no, it is not about being fake. It is not pretending. It is not lying about who you are. No, girl. It is actually the opposite. Your alter ego is the realest version of yourself. It is basically you without all the trauma, you without past baggage, you without people pleasing, you without the negative thoughts. And the fun fact here is we all do this without even realizing every day. Let me ask you this. Are you the same person in your workplace? And is that person is the one who is at your home, with your family or with your friends? And how do you act around kids? And are you the same person with your lover? No, right? We have different versions for different groups. For me, the way I act with friends, the way I act with different friend groups, it's not the same. Totally different. So we already do this without knowing, but that is not much intentional. What we are going to do right now is creating a very intentional alter ego so you can perform better, so you can be your best version ever. So here's why an alter ego is very powerful. Because most of us stuck in life, not because we don't have potential, but because we keep waking up to the same old version of ourselves. We keep waking up to our same old habits, same fears, same insecurities, same doubts, and same negative thoughts replaying in the mind. That is why we are stuck. So your alter ego gives you a clean slate. Because imagine, whenever you try to move forward in your life, your past mistakes hold you back. Your past trauma holds you back. All those negative thoughts you were replaying in your head, they keeps coming up. All those past things are holding you. But when you imagine yourself as a brand new version, as a brand new person without any of those, you perform better. You can achieve more because the new version doesn't know anything about your other self. She doesn't second guess everything like you do, and she doesn't overthink like you do. She moves, she acts, she show up when you don't feel like it. And when you step into her, it's like you're borrowing her confidence, her discipline, her courage. Suddenly you're doing things you thought you never could do. You are speaking clear, you're You're not afraid to be seen. You are creating content. You are taking actions. You are working on your goals. You are moving your body and you are feeling proud of yourself again. She moves like someone who has nothing to lose. That is why an alter ego is so powerful. So I'm going to be brutally honest here. I was so insecure. I hated the way I looked. And I couldn't even talk to people. I was so scared of people. I don't even know why. I think it was because I didn't have trust in myself. I thought everyone else is better than me. I was so afraid of being seen. I wanted to hide. I wanted to be invisible. I was drowning in people pleasing. I didn't know how to get out of that. I didn't know how to say no to people, how to say no to my loved ones. I didn't know what I wanted. So I went with what others wanted. And it did not work out because it is not sustainable. You can't just follow other people's dreams, you have to follow your dreams. But I didn't know how to say no. I didn't believe anything good was meant for me. I was always in scarcity mindset. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Why is it always happening to me? Everybody else is winning. Why me? I broke every promise I made to myself and I got stuck in life and I didn't see a way out until I hear about creating an alter ego. So I created a new version of me. I created Sarah. And Sarah is not even my real name. I changed my name. That is my alter ego's name. So Sarah doesn't know about my old self. She doesn't have any insecurity. She doesn't have any fears. She doesn't doubt herself. She has the confidence. She's unapologetic. She doesn't people please. She took up space. She's believing in her. She doesn't care who's in her life as long as she's believing in her and she's choosing her. She doesn't shrink herself to make other people comfortable. She's not afraid to be seen. She accepts herself as who she is. And she's not afraid to get rejected or being disliked by others. Why? Because she likes herself. That is what all matters. So whenever I'm procrastinating, I bring out Sarah. Whenever I feel like skipping a workout, I bring out Sarah. When I wanted to hide, Sarah stepped out. When I doubted myself, Sarah made the decision. And I acted as her long enough, she eventually became me. Now I'm her. All right, so let's move on to the fun part. Creating your alter ego. Make it fun. Think of you as a writer. Okay, so you hold the pen. You can make the character as whatever you want it to be. But remember, this is you, okay? This needs to resonate with you. This needs to resonate with your life. Make it fun, but don't go overboard. Maybe a little, you know? You can make this character have whatever you want it to have. All the things that you feel like you lack inside, you can make her have it. So the number one thing, this is very important, and that is, what is your why? Why are you creating this alter ego? Your why need to be so strong. Oh, I forgot. First, grab a paper and a pen. Now, sit down, be calm, talk with yourself. Ask yourself, okay, why am I creating this alter ego? What am I lacking? What do I need to improve? Ask yourself. It can be anything. You can make this for your fitness goals or for your academic goals, or it can be because you want to be an extrovert, so you're not socially awkward, or for public speaking, or to stop people pleasing, finally to start taking care of yourself. So you name it, what is your why? You might get this question, okay, so all you have to do is change few habits. Why create a whole new person for this? Isn't that too much? You can do it that way too, but let me tell you why creating an alter ego is so much better. Because changing habits alone make it very hard. It's like you are basically forcing yourself to act as a different person while you still see yourself as the same old version. But when you change your identity, your whole identity, instead of just habits, it becomes much easier. Let me explain. So imagine you are not a person who constantly go to the gym. Working out is not your thing. Okay, so you know this. You know that I'm not a person who works out that much. I don't like to go to the gym. I don't like to walk, whatever. And now you want to work on your fitness goals. Okay, if you're changing your habits, you would go like, okay, I need to go at least 5 times a week to the gym. That feels very forceful, right? But instead, you change your identity. You tell yourself, I'm a person who take care of my body. I like to take care of my health. I am that kind of person. I'm a person who loves to go to the gym. One more example. So you want to work on your business, but you kind of feel lazy. So instead of saying, okay, from tomorrow onwards, I need to work 8 hours a day on my business. Instead of saying that, you tell yourself, I'm an entrepreneur. I want to take care of my business. I love working for my business. So that's give you the shift that you are already an entrepreneur. Okay, you are not someone just trying to build a business. You are already that person. So the psychology behind this is your brain is very intelligent. Once you set up an identity, it doesn't like to do things against that. Your brain doesn't like to do anything that contradicts it. Your brain wants to behave in the way that you see yourself. If you believe you are a negative person, your brain will not show you positive things. And that is the reason why usually habits don't stick. Because you see yourself as that old version still, even though you are trying to change your habits. That is why you need to change from the inside. Change the identity, not the habits. Habits will change with the identity. So if you want to be a content creator, don't say, I want to make content, I want to make videos for YouTube. No, say, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an influencer. Just shift into that identity first and do your work. Okay, so go sit with yourself and ask yourself why you need this alter ego. That is the first step. And now let's move on to the next step, which is your personality traits, your values, your beliefs, your non-negotiables. You need to list down every little thing because you are creating a whole new person. You need to be so clear on this. This person doesn't have a backstory, okay? And your old version has lived the life for decades. I have lived for 28 years, so I have a big history. I have my old trauma, my failures, everything. But this person doesn't have it. So you need to know what will this person do in certain situations, because you have lived your life for so long and there is a certain way that you handle the situations. And maybe you are creating this alter ego because you don't like the way you handle those situations. At least for me, that is how it was. So be clear. Okay, now when you are creating this, imagine the version you are building has no limitations whatsoever. What is she like? What are the personal traits? She's confident without trying. She's unapologetic. She's bold. She takes up space and she's not afraid to be disliked by others. She's not afraid of rejection. She doesn't shrink. She trusts herself more than anything. She set up boundaries with no guilt. She shows up even if it is uncomfortable. She chooses herself every single time. So list out the traits that you wish your alter ego to have. And then define her values, define her non-negotiables. This is the backbone of your alter ego. Ask yourself, what are the things that she will not tolerate at all? For example, she does not people please. She doesn't over-explain. No means a no. She doesn't settle for breadcrumbs. She doesn't break promises to herself. She doesn't abandon herself for love. Ask yourself, what are your non-negotiable? What are the things that your alter ego is not going to tolerate? And also ask, what do you honor? What are your values? For example, your boundaries, your peace, your future self, your self-respect, your standards. Name everything. You are building a character from zero. So you need to build up everything. Imagine her in real life situation. How does she walk when she's walking into a room? Is her shoulders back up? Her chin up? What is it? And when she meets someone new, how does she speak? Does she speak kindly? Does she speak confidently? What is it? And when she is making a decision, how does she approach that? How she carry herself in day-to-day life? Name everything you can possibly think of, because this helps you to be more clear about your alter ego and not being confused of your old version and this new alter ego you create. So to build your alter ego character, you can also get help from people you love. For an example, the celebrities you love, the creators, the influencers, or it can be real life people, people who inspires you, people you admire. Because we like these people for a reason. We don't just like people randomly. We like them because they embody something that we want to have in our life. They represent the version of ourselves that we want to become. They kind of give us the blueprint to the life we want. We don't just admire something random. No. We naturally admire people who reflect the potential inside. So for me, one of the characters I love is Samantha Jones from Sex and the City series. She is so bold, she is independent, she is successful, she is unapologetic. She doesn't care what other people think of her. She accepts her as who she is. She is not afraid to stand up for herself. She is tough. She always chooses herself first. She loves herself. She's literally obsessed with herself. And she's not afraid to speak her mind. And those characteristics are magnetic. Those are some characteristics I want to embody myself. So that is why I love that character so much. So look at the idols you love, the people you follow. You like them for a reason. You follow them for a reason. What do you like about them? What are the personality traits or what are the characteristics that appeal to you? Find out why. And this will help you build in your own alter ego character. And here's something really important when using your alter ego. You don't have to be her 24/7. You don't have to be her all the time. She is not meant to replace you, all right? She is meant to elevate you. She is meant to support you. Because most people live their lives stuck in their old version. Every time fear shows up, they shrink. Every time doubt shows up, they just stop. And every time insecurity comes up, they hide. Your alter ego exists in these exact moments to pull you from those old version habits. When you freeze, she moves. When your mind says, oh no, I can't do it, she says, we do it anyways. When you want to disappear, she steps into the light. Cool, right? Your old self is wired for survival, to stay small, to avoid discomfort, to stay safe. But your alter ego is wired for expansion, to take the risk, to step up, to grow, to move. So when you shift into her, you literally activate a different pattern in your brain. But here's the warning. Your alter ego is not meant to be an escape. She's not here to numb your emotions. She's not here to avoid your healing. She's not here to fake confidence while ignoring your real wounds. No. She is meant to elevate you, not to erase you. This matters because if you use her to run from your pain, your nervous system never learns safety. But if you use her to guide you through your fear, your brain rewires. Your brain learns that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are safe. So still feel, still heal, still be human. But when life asks you to step forward, let her take the lead. The balance is what transforms you. Alright, so here's what I want you to remember. Your alter ego is not fake. She's the real you underneath all of that fear. She's your potential activated. And to be honest, if I didn't create Sarah, I would still be that insecure girl in bed, scrolling her life away, dreaming of a big life, but never doing anything about it. Instead, I changed my identity, I changed my mindset, and I changed my name, and I changed my entire life. And now it's your turn. Create her, name her, describe her, design her, and step into her. Your future self is waiting. And if you want any help creating your alter ego, I'm opening one-on-one calls soon. Not as a coach, but as a friend who lived through this. So stay tuned. And in the meantime, you can DM me on Instagram and on TikTok. I will reply you. I got you, girl. I will link them in the description. I'm so excited to talk with you guys. Now go become her. I love you.